Hey guys, welcome to Brick System Brothers. I'm Nathan Masters. If you're new here, thanks for checking us out. This video is actually more of a summary of our month for Brick System Brothers. Talk about some of the videos we've done, some of the content that we missed in terms of like sets that have been released that we just didn't cover. I haven't done videos for every set that's been announced. But yeah, we were able to do quite a bit of content this month. I think this has been just in terms of volume of production. I think for a while there I had a video out almost every day in a row, a couple weeks. So that was pretty cool to be able to do that. Looks like we'll be scaling that back just a little bit as we go into July here, and then into August I'll be starting school again, so that will definitely slow down in the future. But nice to have a lot of videos up over the summer and kind of go that direction for a little bit. It was kind of fun. Some of those have been some rebuilds is what I've recently gotten into. So this train is a rebuild of the Hidden Side bus, the 702, I don't remember the number, but I started putting these on Rebrickable as well, so now I have 5 mocks up there, and those are a range of rebuilds like this one, and then some other ones are just original designs like that barn that I did, so that one was cool. Most recently, I looked at some of the pieces I was able to pick up at a hobby store down in Des Moines. So stuff that you don't really see every day, starts to get kind of expensive on the secondary market. The particular hobby store I went to has kind of a brick wall set up like the Lego store, but they sort stuff by color there, so you kind of have to dig through a little bit. And yeah, there's some interesting pieces there to pick up, so I'm glad I went there. Something that's not up on the channel yet, but is coming up soon, are some Series 20 minifigures that I was able to pick up. I wanted to mention those because they were back in stock at Walmart. So I'd actually done a June 2020 What's at Walmart video for the channel, but I did it pretty early in the month, and I debated doing another one. There just wasn't enough difference between my trips to do another video, but that was one difference, was they had the Series 20 minifigs back in stock. And I'll tell you, they were still $3.44. So if you're going to pick up these minifigs, I would recommend buying them at Walmart because they are still cheaper there. I think Lego is selling those for $5 now, so definitely for what it is, I think it's still worth it. $3.50, $4, but $5 gets a little bit expensive for me. One other thing was my birthday on the 20th, and Josh picked up one of the new Speed Champion sets for me, so thanks, Josh. And we built that while I was home. So that review video is coming up. We also tried something a little different where we made kind of a podcast style recording while we were building. Now in the actual review, that's just going to be a time lapse of the build. What I might do is take that audio and turn it into more of a podcast style episode. So it's going to be a little more work, which is why I'm kind of putting it off, but something that you guys could be looking for in the future as that comes out. That kind of covers what's been done on the channel this past month, some of what's coming up still. Let's look at some of the news that we either just missed or is really recent. Okay, so the most recent thing for news is on Brickset, and I was actually able to get a published article on here in the Storage Solutions series. So if you haven't been reading these or you haven't been familiar with Brickset, this is just some of the readers of the blog or the website. It's not really a blog. There is this open invitation to send in your Lego collection and how you store your Lego. So I got some pictures of my little studio over here and sent it in, did a little write-up, and yeah, it got published, so that's pretty cool. If you guys want to check it out, it's on Brickset, and then it's part of this larger collection of storage articles. So a bunch of people have submitted their just different ways that they're storing and displaying Lego. So that's definitely the most recent. That was within the last couple hours. A couple days ago, Lego announced some new police sets, and this is kind of like a sub-theme of police actually, so it's like a sub-theme of a sub-theme called Elite Police, and the color scheme is kind of what is interesting to me here. So we have this dark blue and our cool yellow color scheme. Our cool yellow has been used as an accent color on our fire theme this year. So I kind of appreciate that kind of tying in with our emergency services. And then our criminal vehicles, this classic red boat, driller, and then this lighthouse build here. So some interesting builds. I'm probably going to pass on all of these at the moment. Of course, if they're on sale, it's a different situation, so I'll have to keep an eye out. But for a while, yeah, I won't be picking these up. I think these released in August, at least towards the end of the year, probably in there somewhere. In the US here, we're still waiting for our summer wave to be released. That comes in about 1 month from now, August 1st. If you order stuff from LEGO frequently, then there is a new gift with purchase, the Creative Fun 12-in-1 brick box. It's another larger gift with purchase, so it's kind of a higher price point again. I'm not sure exactly, probably close to $85, $100 worth of stuff. If you order that on lego.com, this kind of gets added into the order. So if you're already ordering stuff from their official site and you have like the VIP program and all that stuff, you can't go wrong with free Lego. I would recommend, if you're close to that price point with an order, go ahead and try to get there and add it in. It's a couple hundred, 240 pieces. So just in terms of parts, it's pretty good. As a creator pack, it's pretty good. The one couple pieces that were standing out to me were the corner slope for like building valleys in white. There's just the one though. Some of the other slope pieces, a lot of snot brackets, and then these new 1x1 tiles in tan for the sandcastle. So 4 at least of those, some cool yellow hinges, those kind of pieces. Nice to see those in a little brick pack, but it is a gift with purchase, so not exactly as available as some of our other creator stuff. And then the big one that I ended up not really looking at in a dedicated video was the ideas results. And so 3 of those made it on. These will become final Lego sets within a year or so. We're still waiting to hear back on some of the other ones that passed review and are being adapted into an official Lego model. So these are the most recent, and we'll see a different wave of idea sets come to market before these do. So just keep that in mind. These are a little ways out, but the Home Alone house passed, the typewriter passed, and the Seinfeld 30th anniversary, kind of the apartment studio, that one also passed. So I guess the Home Alone one would be my pick of the 3 if I was going to be interested in one, but larger ideas models, I have to really be careful which ones of these I buy because I want to have a little bit of budget to spread around the whole Lego range. As you guys know, I kind of am a mixed theme collector. Try to pick up a few things from a lot of different themes. So I can't say for sure if I'll be grabbing any of these right away, but the ideas line in general I think is pretty cool. Lego usually does a pretty good job adapting the fan models. So especially our Barracuda Bay set, and that one's a little different because they didn't exactly go as the original model was submitted. They actually contacted the fan designer and got the go-ahead to kind of work a new story into it. And so that was a little bit of a different case. I think these will see that return to Lego trying to stay true to the original design as much as possible, but they only have a set number of new elements that they can put in new sets. And usually, sometimes ideas sets are using older pieces, all these new pieces in white for these roofs. Not necessarily new, but not really exactly widespread pieces either. So keep that in mind. We'll probably see a few changes to each of the models, but it's nice to know that these are the ones we're going to get. And other than that, just kind of sprinkling of news around, keeping an eye on the mock releases that are out there. Now that I'm on Rebrickable, I'm kind of getting a bigger picture of this. Let's actually check out that real quick. Rebrickable, and so here's what I've got. These are the mocks on my site. I've done rebuilds for 7571, 5919, and 70423. So there's the train that I had earlier. The barn and the Carabin are both original mocks. The Carabin I decided to put a price on, so that's $2.50. The instructions for the train are $2, and then the other 3 I've made free. The barn, I talked about that a little more in the design video for the barn. but that one is free because I didn't actually build the physical model. It's all digital. And I also think it'd be cool to have this model out there for the community to use and just making that more accessible. So that is free to download instructions. They're a PDF. I put work into adapting the studio file and actually edited each step so that it's more readable and followable. Try to get that somewhat accessible for everybody. And then the other two rebuilds are kind of just for fun for me because they're not necessarily something I think a lot of people would be interested in. But if you have the set and you want to change a pace, it's something you could definitely do pretty easily. In fact, for this particular rebuild, I did not even make PDFs. I just have the studio file is available on Rebrickable. So I did a little more for this set with the editing side and made this like stylized box art and stuff. And I do have another video that I just recorded for this build. It's not even edited yet, so that'll probably be out later in July. So yeah, that's kind of my debut on Rebrickable, I guess. I'm liking the site. It has its perks, and there's enough on here that's different from Brickset and Bricklink and other sites like it to kind of set it apart. I think it's worth it to have an account on here and try to curate some material, especially if you're a mock builder or a mock designer. Those two things, it's really kind of optimized towards that. I've kind of been toying with the idea of doing a Rebrickable dedicated video like I've done for Brickset and my studio tutorials and that kind of thing. So I think what I want to do is get a little more familiar with the site and how it works before I do that. That would be like another 20-25 minute video there. So yeah, stuff to keep an eye out for in July, and we already have 200, and I think this is actually the 189th or 190th video on the channel. So we're almost at that 200 mark, which is pretty cool. Subscribers, we're at like 289 right now, so close to 300 for the subs. It's been cool to see the channel grow a little bit, and I want to thank you guys for contributing to that. And kind of more of what we've been doing is what's coming up for the future. So we'll see you around.